As a salesperson, our number one job is to sell to customers. To enable you to do this, you need to be organized. One facet of that is the organization of the communication between you and the customer. A CRM system allows for that. We can take emails that we're getting in Outlook and associate them to contacts, leads, accounts in our CRM system. Today we're going to look at tracking emails and set regarding from Outlook, using email templates to produce consistent emails faster, and creating activities and viewing those differently in D365. So I'm currently in my Outlook inbox, and I can take an email that I have here from Carlos and associate that to the contact or account. And the way I would do that is, if you have the D365 Outlook app installed and you click on the email, you'll see this launch D365 add-in. And now I have a set regarding box available to me, so I can do a lookup on this particular email and look up any one of my accounts or see existing records or contacts. So I'm going to associate this to the contact, Carlos. And it's now, you see that it's now tracked in D365. And you'll notice that it also has a tag here tracked in Dynamics 365. So I can actually jump over to D365, go to Accounts, and we can go to that particular contact, and we will see that in the timeline I have that email that just came in that I tracked is in the timeline. And also, if I go to the ABC company that this contact is associated with, I will also see the email listed there as well. Something else we need to do as a salesperson is create new messages and track that communication with our customers. So I'm going to create a new message here, and I'm going to select my add-in, and I'm going to associate this new message and set regarding to our contact, Carlos, once again. Once I've done that, I can go to insert a template, and this will ask me which template I want to use, and these templates are stored in D365. And I have a meeting follow-up here as an example, and I'm going to add this to the email. And as you can see, it's populated all of my information, and it's even taken the person's name and imported that, and then whoever's actually sent out this email. So if you had a different salesperson sending out this email, obviously you'd have a different person at the bottom here. And that is the process. And then I can actually populate Carlos in the to line, and we'll hit send, and as you can see, it's added the recipients into here, and we'll send that to Carlos. Now if I jump over to D365 and go to that contact, I can see that email is now tracked inside of our CRM system. Something else we do as salespeople is create phone call activities, and you do that by going to plus button here, go into activities, and I can create an email activity, a phone call, or a task for myself. We'll do a phone call activity, give it a subject, call Carlos, who I'm calling. I can do a lookup on recent records. So we'll select Carlos here. I can add more records if I want. You can specify a due date, so if this is something that's going to happen in the future, we can do that for the 7th, and let's say it's 9 a.m. and I can save and close. This will create a phone call activity for me and associate it to the account. Let's jump over to CRM and actually look to see what that looks like. So I can see on my timeline I have an active activity right here. I have to call Carlos. on that contact. And if I go to my activities, something else you can do is have a list of all your existing activities, and I can change my set up different views. So I can show this as calendar control, for example, and I can actually see if I go to the week view, and I'll see that the Call Carlos activity is there, or I can also even switch this to the Kanban view, where I can have a list of all my activities. So here's my activity, and as I finish things, I can move them into different buckets.